Okay, so if there's anyone on this planet who needs a reality check, it's definitely Zoe Laverne. So with that being said, Zoe Laverne needs to take into account that she's an adult and needs to stop whining on social media, because it doesn't take away the fucked up things you've done in the past. So around October, I'd say, a video was released of Zoe kissing a 13-year-old boy named Connor, who was seen in many of Zoe's TikToks, and in each caption they'd specify that they were best friends, which in the first place I think it's already weird that a 19-year-old happened to become best friends with a kid who's 13, but this also made her fans skeptical if her and Connor were dating, which Zoe clarified that her and Connor never dated. But when the video was leaked of them kissing, she admitted that both of them did have feelings towards one another, and I think people aren't actually taking this situation as serious as it should be. Although talking and sending sexual messages to a minor on the internet is fucked up, I don't think it's worse than when actual physical contact is happening in real life between an adult and a minor. Also, whenever she's asked to actually address it, it either ends up in her crying or she ignores it completely. And what pisses me off the most is she uses herself crying to manipulate her young audience to feel bad for her so they have some sort of sympathy towards her, just because she's afraid if she does make a proper response to it, she'd ruin her online image. Also, what I mean by a proper response is apologize to the victim and try not to make people feel sorry for you. And she said multiple times that she's gonna become a new person and change herself, yet she not only hasn't taken a break from social media, which is a big factor when someone is trying to better themselves in the future, she also still hasn't apologized to Connor or his family in that matter. So I decided to look through her TikTok to see if anyone was actually going ahead and calling her out, and I kid you not, it was basically a normal comment section. We got people still supporting her, but I did see like 1 or 2 comments talking about this, but the rest of the comments I saw were people supporting her. Now, I don't condone sending hate to people, but in situations like these, the only way she's gonna address her actions and apologize is if her fans force her to. And if you don't believe me or don't understand what I mean when I say that, let's go ahead and look at Mini Lad for an example. He tried to ignore the situation for so long until he finally got tired of all the dislike and hate comments he was getting on all of his videos and decided to address what he did. And a big factor on why it isn't being brought up as much as it should is for the simple fact that Zoe Laverne is a female. And believe it or not, there are more people than you think that females can't be classified as a pedophile, since most of the majority of the time it usually involves an older guy with a minor. And since shows like How to Catch a Predator gaining so much popularity being broadcast on huge television networks, it was known that a female predator was never caught on the show, basically concluding that females aren't talking to minors as often as men. But just because it happens less often doesn't mean that a woman should be held less accountable for her actions. No matter what gender you are, if you happen to have done anything sexual with a minor, the law stays the same for everyone. Also, despite Zoe kissing a 13-year-old boy not even 5 months ago, she's already been in so much drama that there's now a rumor that she's pregnant and Connor the 13-year-old is the father. And the fact that that's actually a possibility is scary, because if that actually becomes true, she should be arrested as soon as the baby is born. But then again, this is all just a rumor and nothing is confirmed. The best thing Zoe Laverne could do at this point is own up to her mistakes and take a break, or maybe even leave social media entirely, because it's obvious everything is messing with her mental health. But she continues to refuse to take a break and work on herself, because it's clear to see the longer she stays on social media, the more immature she becomes, causing her to do some stupid shit and end up in even more drama. So if this video does gain popularity, all that I ask of you is make Zoe Laverne accountable, and what I mean by that is going to her social medias and commenting something about her and Connor, or even make a video like I did, so that your viewers can be aware and the word can be spread. Because just Keemstar being the only person addressing this is not enough, and from what I've shown you, it's completely proven. I already know John Swan's working on something on this topic, so his channel will be in the description whenever that video is posted, so please go ahead and watch the full thing. But with that being said, fuck Zoe Laverne.